So what happens when you get one of the finest actors in history doing a gender-bending sort of role? You get one of the most intelligent and revered comedies ever made. This is a highly decorated comedy from the 1980s. Dustin Hoffman delivers one of his three best performances ever, and he's just not only is he great, the entire movie is just fabulous, is beyond belief. It was nominated for 10 Oscars that year, and I think that's almost some sort of record because comedies, when you really come to think about it, comedies, they're not really as quite revered as the dramas are. Comedies don't really get their due in terms of what's the majorly loved sorts of films. I mean, sure, Woody Allen has done a bunch of revered comedies, but have any of them been nominated for 10 Oscars, the most revered film prize program ever? Now, Tootsie didn't win everything that year. It only won Best Supporting Actress for Jessica Lange. But I don't know the two major winners of the 1983 Oscars were Gandhi and E.T. Gandhi won a whole bunch. E.T. won all the things that were left over. But I don't know. Gandhi is a thin, kind of far-fetched sort of film. When I say far-fetched, I mean like they tried really hard to make it a David Lean sort of epic. E.T., on the other hand, a very, very good film, but Tootsie doesn't. I guess you could say it doesn't really get its due, and that's fine. So the movie is all about. Okay, it starts off and it is able to keep itself going with the amount of pain and hardship and desperation actors go through. But it eventually emerges into being the best person that you can possibly be and sexual role play. When I say sexual role play, I mean the way that women are treated in the workforce and the way that women are perceived in different things. So Hoffman plays a very talented actor named Michael Dorsey, who is, despite being talented, he's also very mean and kind of obnoxious to everyone, to the point where nobody in New York or California will work with him. So out of pure desperation to raise money to produce his roommate's play, he eventually dons a woman's outfit, pretends to be a woman, and goes to audition for a daytime soap opera. He gets the part. He figured that he wanted the only thing to be, he wanted his position as this woman, whose alias is Dorothy Michaels, Michael Dorsey, Dorothy Michaels. It was supposed to have been just a couple months because daytime soap stars, they get paid a decent amount of money, and he'll eventually, by the time his contract is up, he'll be able to produce the play. Thing is, Dorothy becomes such a sensation that they just won't let her leave. And Dorothy makes Michael a much better person, and he falls in love with his co-star, who's played by Jessica Lange, despite already having a girlfriend who's played by Terry Garr. And it's a mighty fine film. The way that Dustin Hoffman is able to, the way that he's able to create Michael is really good stuff. But when Michael becomes Dorothy, not only do we get to see like not only is it Michael, it's not Dustin Hoffman playing a woman. It's Michael. It's Dustin Hoffman as Michael Dorsey as Dorothy Michaels, and when and eventually Dorothy becomes really her own character, despite being able to see where Dorothy ends and Michael begins. And yeah, that's really where the movie's brains get kicked into high gear. I've seen this movie multiple times, and each time I see it, although it's supposed to be one of the finest comedies, the comedy, although there are some scenes that will always remain hilarious, it's always lately it's been the dramatic parts that always resonated with me more. And because let's face it, the movie isn't entirely a comedy; half it's a drama. And yeah, it really resonates with me, and I really feel so much stuff for this. And yeah, this movie is mighty fine in really every single regard. So I'll give Tootsie from 1982 an easy high score of 4 stars.